Have you ever walked away from a conversation wishing you had said something differently? Maybe you thought of the perfect response 10 minutes later. Maybe you felt misunderstood, or maybe you stayed quiet because you were afraid of saying the wrong thing. The truth is, communication isn't about using big words or having the perfect answer. It's about making people feel heard, and that's a skill anyone can learn. Today, I want to share a few simple shifts that can completely change the way you communicate, not by pretending to be someone you are not, but by becoming someone people genuinely enjoy talking to. The first shift is this: stop trying to impress people. One of the biggest mistakes people make in conversation is trying too hard to sound smart, interesting, or even funny. Ironically, the harder you try, the more nervous you become. People aren't looking for perfection, they are looking for authenticity. Some of the most memorable conversations happen because someone was simply present, honest, and comfortable being themselves. The second shift is to listen more than you speak. Most people listen just long enough to think about what they are going to say next. Very few people truly listen to understand. When you give someone your full attention, you make them feel valued. And people rarely forget how you make them feel. The third shift is something many people overlook. Slow down. When we are nervous, we rush. We speak too fast. We interrupt. We feel every moment of silence because silence feels uncomfortable. But confidence isn't loud. Confidence is calm. A person who speaks clearly and isn't afraid of a brief pause often comes across as far more confident than someone who talks nonstop. The fourth shift is to stop assuming what other people are thinking. Have you ever convinced yourself someone didn't like you just because they seemed quiet, or because they replied with a short message? Most of the stories we create in our minds are in fact, they are assumptions. Good communication begins when we stop trying to read mind and start asking honest questions instead. And finally, remember this: not every conversation has to be perfect. You will say the wrong thing sometimes. You will have awkward moments. Everyone does, of course. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is connection. The people who communicate well aren't people who never make mistakes. They are people who keep showing up, keep learning, and keep treating others with respect. So the next time you walk into a conversation, don't ask yourself, how can I impress this person? Ask yourself, how can I make this person feel heard? That one question can change not only your conversations, but your relationships, your career, and the way people remember you. Because at the end of the day, people may forget your exact words, but they'll remember how they felt after talking to you. And sometimes that's what matters really the most.